Hello, welcome or welcome back to Infodumps with Pichu. My name is Pichu, and this is my little series where I infodump at you about random things that I care about at any given point of time, really. There we go, that's the intro. Hope that's good enough. But anyway, today I'm going to... Ignore me fixing my hair. Today I'm going to be talking about the K-pop group NMIXX, because I have a lot to say on the topic, so that's what we're going to do today. So if you didn't see it, yesterday I did a reaction video to the Blue Valentine music video, so if you want to check that out, you can check that out. It's kind of bad and there are a lot of issues, but like, if you would be so kind as to go and watch it, go ahead and watch it. So yeah, that's all I've got to say for the intro bit, so let's just get straight into it. So NMIXX, I have known about since their debut. So they debuted in 2022 with the song Oh Oh. Back then, I was kind of between K-pop eras, so I was a fan of K-pop from 2018 until I want to say like 2020. And then in 2020 I kind of moved over to C-pop, and then 2021 I moved over to J-pop, and then I was kind of there until like, I guess, late 2022, early 2023, and then I kind of had other interests in 2024 and then made my way kind of back to K-pop, basically. That's kind of my little K-pop storyline, but I was still listening to certain K-pop releases back in 2022, and one of which was Oh Oh. So I had heard the song mainly because of people, you know, being like, oh, do we like this song, do we hate it? Me and my friend, we even had like our own discussions about whether we liked the song or hated the song. So Oh Oh, I actually kind of loved it. Even like when it first came out, when I first heard it, I was like, something about this hits right. Maybe it's because I have ADHD, so my brain, noise music and music with switch-ups like NMIXX have. Like, I Got a Boy by Girls' Generation. That song, perfect for my brain. Like, it's on the longer side for a K-pop song, especially considering how short they are nowadays. But because of all the switch-up, like, I can listen to that song just on repeat, like... So yeah, like, noise music, even like Sticker by NCT, I can't bring myself to hate it because something about it just satisfies my brain. So when it came to Oh Oh, I was like, okay, this song is actually pretty good. I quite like this song. And it was actually in 2022, it was the 4th song on my top 5 songs on Spotify Wrapped, which I will put... Which side am I going? I will put that here, because it made it to my Spotify Wrapped in a year where I wasn't even really listening to K-pop, so we gotta give it up to NMIXX for Oh Oh on that one. And then Dice, I also really like Dice. That's been one of the like recurring songs on my playlists since it came out. Absolutely love that song. And then when they came back with, what was after Dice? Was it Young Dumb Stupid, or was it Love Me Like This? I can't remember which song came after Dice, I'm not gonna lie to you, but I didn't really vibe with it, to be honest with you. I can't remember why. I haven't really listened to any of those songs, like those older, like Young Dumb Stupid, I haven't listened to it in forever, so I just kind of lost interest. But back in that like Oh Oh Dice era, I was watching like little bits of content of them here and there, so it wasn't like I was completely only listening to their music. Like, I did know who they were. I actually do have, I haven't prepared these to put in the video, but I actually do still have screenshots from, that I've kind of used as memes. Like, this Lily picture from, I think it was the recording thing for Oh Oh or something. This picture, if you look at the date on it, 1st of December 20... Hold on. You can't see the date on it. Oh, there you go. No, it's blurry. It says 1st of December 2022. I still use that as a meme to this day, so I just want it to be known that, like, I did like NMIXX back then. They just kind of lost me at a point. But then, we circle all the way back around here to 2025. I hadn't listened to any of their stuff that had been released, really, since, like, Young Dumb Stupid, I think. I hadn't really heard anything of theirs since then. And I am just scrolling through Twitter, as I do, and then I see the like, you know, like the pictures that they took for the Blue Valentine concept, especially Jiu in that wig, and I'm like, with the short hair, I'm like, okay, something gay's going on. And then, you know, so I just was like, okay, something gay's going on over in the NMIXX world, seems about right. And so I just carried on, you know, with my life. And then I started getting recommended, like, TikToks and on Twitter of, like, random shit that Lily says. Because, like, I have seen some of the iconic things she said, like when she said that she doesn't keep Jews in her basement. And, like, she's like, I've never hid a Jew in my basement. And, you know, when she was talking about America and then said big guns and then did gun gestures. You know, I've seen moments like that. And then they kind of started coming back because I have been getting back into sort of K-pop now with like Ahof and kind of just being back more on that side. So I started getting recommended more and more NMIXX stuff, and I was like, okay, I guess I have to tune in for whatever this new song is going to be, whatever this new album is. And so I watched Spinning on it, the music video. Well, I watched the reaction first. And I watched that reaction video, and then I was like, this song is incredible, and they look and sound good. So I went and watched the music video myself, and I was like, okay, NMIXX are you know, they're in a good place. Let me see what's been going on since I left, right? So I then went back and I like watched their other music videos. So I watched like Dash, See That, Mesh. I had actually heard because obviously, you give me K-pop and drag queen, like, again, a niche I feel like is quite specific to me, although not as specific as some of my other niches. But yeah, so I ended up going back watching some of those, and I was like, okay, their music has been vibing. I've just not paid attention, and Know About Me as well, actually. Yeah, Dash, See That, and Know About Me. I went back and watched those, and I was like, okay, NMIXX has been making great music basically since I stopped listening to them. Like, I stopped listening to them in, like, 2023, and then since they've just released banger after banger. So, like, even Roller Coaster, when I listened to that retroactively, I was like, wait, this song is so good. It's probably one of my favourites, but in, like, a different way to the rest of their music. Like, I'm not against the Q concept. So, yeah, hold on, I completely forgot to do this. There we go. You won't see that white line in my glasses now. Apologies for that. But yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah, even like Roller Coaster and stuff, like that's an absolute banger. So I found that literally every song they'd released since I stopped listening to them was good. So my timing was kind of terrible. But yeah, then after like liking their music and being like, okay, I ended up just going down, you know, that rabbit hole of like, okay, let's just look at like funny moments, you know, like people do those compilations. I used to do compilations like that, so I was like, let me watch some of these. And I was like, NMIXX is chaos. This group is chaos. And this group is also kind of gay. Like, and when I say kind of gay, I don't mean in their literal sexualities. I mean in that they have government ships. Or, like, they basically are just, like, a group of 3 government ships at this point. Which I know is going to piss some people off who aren't, you know, fans of the, you know, of the, like, Lily and Haewon, and then Bae and Jinsol, and Bae is Jinsol, sorry. Bae and Soyun, and then Jiu and Kyujin. Like, obviously there are people who prefer other pairings to that, but obviously that's, like, the 3, like, government ships, right? So, anyway. Why did I say that? Oh, yeah, because to say they were kind of gaying out, I don't mean, like, literally as in their sexualities, I just mean as in their behaviour towards each other, which we don't know what that means. Probably just fan service and being good friends. But anyway, beyond the point. So I ended up going back and just watching all of these, just, like, videos of them from their channel. I watched, just everything, really. And, like, first of all, I just want to say, the editing on their more recent videos is so iconic. Like, when they did the family trip, that was funny. The editing on that was so funny. Like, I have to respect to NMIXX's editors, because that was really good. But yeah, like, stuff like that. I ended up just going back and watching all of it. And then I was reminded of the vocal power of NMIXX, because obviously they're all so talented when it comes to singing. Even their rapper, Jiu, is like, you put her in like another group, especially for this generation, low key, and she's probably one of the best singers in that group. So for her to be the rapper in NMIXX is kind of crazy. So there's that. They're all just so talented. And on top of being talented as well, like they are all just like genuinely really like pretty and just like nice to look at. And they all also just have their own like sense of style, which I think is really cool. Like obviously when it comes to like schedules and stuff, they have like set outfits that they're made to wear. But even when they're wearing like their more sort of like personal clothes, I'm like, damn, they've got some really good style going on in here. So that's also really cool. Just like everything about this group, like their personalities, their visuals, their talent, their songs, like there just doesn't seem to be a hole anywhere. Like just everything they're doing is so good. Even like, you know, just their B-sides and everything like that are just insane. Like Papillon, that song, I cannot put into words how much I had listened to that song before Blue Valentine came out, because that now that Blue Valentine has come out, I'm just listening to Phoenix, Reality Hurts, and Adore You. Like, Adore You especially, I think I listened to it for a solid 3 hours straight, just on repeat yesterday. Like, that song, I love a good bit of, like, pop rock, and just rock in general. Like, if you look at the other music that I listen to, it's a lot of, like, Radiohead, some Aerosmith, some Pearl Jam. I listen to some sort of like niche indie stuff. I'm really loving Lola at the moment. Like their song Backwards Blue is crazy. So like when it comes to my favorite genre of music, I would definitely say it's like alternative or indie sort of rock. So you give me a song like Adore You, and I'm like, pop rock, close enough, I'll take it, basically. Especially when it's, you know, NMIXX vocals. So, massive fan of those songs as well. Reality Hurts is just... that song, it does something to me. Imagine... I wish they played, like, actual K-pop at clubs, because imagine you're at a club and Reality Hurts starts playing. Like, I'm sorry, but it beat out Brat for me. Sue me, but I prefer Reality Hurts to the entirety of Brat. Other than maybe Girl So Confusing. But, like, it's a different type of song to that. But, honestly... even Phoenix too, like that song is just, oh. This album is insane. No skips. Usually when it comes to these albums, like, I listen to them, and then I pick and choose which ones I add to my playlist. This album, I listened to it through every song. I was like, okay, this is going in my playlist, and this is going in my playlist, and this is going in my playlist. So, it can't be beaten, I think. I think they've genuinely just outdone any other album, like K-pop album that's been released, because this album is so fucking good. I can't even, like, lie or be subjective. Like, it's so good. It's so good. So, please, go listen to it if you haven't already. But if you're watching a video about NMIXX, you probably have heard the entirety of the Blue Valentine album. I need to buy it. But I saw that all the pre-orders were sold out, so I'm worried that where I buy my albums from won't have any. So I'm going to have to check after I've recorded it. Well, I need to record this, edit it, and upload it and hope that my Wi-Fi doesn't cut out again. Because yesterday I was uploading that Game Changers video, and then my Wi-Fi cut out for like 2.5 hours. And I was like, great, this is going up late. So let's hope that doesn't happen again. But anyway. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Blue Valentine. They're B-sides that I love from other albums. You've got to give it to Password. Cool is just the original B-side. I've been listening to Cool since Dice that like released. That song has been just on repeat. Like, Dice has been in every playlist and Cool's been there with it, but Cool has been on repeat since it came out. Like, that song to me is just spectacular, and it's kinda gay. If you really like squint, you can take it as like a bit of like a for the queers, you know, which as a Mask for NMIXX, which we will have seen in my reaction video if you watched it, I appreciate it. Speaking of, actually, I think it was in my Infodumps with Pichu about the J-pop group Hana that I talked about how I kind of how they used male sort of dancers and actors and stuff for their like love song. And then I was like, why do they need to do that? They can just do it within the group. And then I sort of mentioned, we'll get to that when we get to NMIXX. Because it could have been so simple, right, for them to get actors in to play these love interests in, you know, these sort of like what are they called, like the story film things that they release before an album. You know, especially with this, with like Love and Hate spinning on it, even in Blue Valentine, you know, they could be getting actors to play these love interests. Even it goes back to like just every song, every music video they've ever done. And I don't know if it is to fuel the shippers or if it's to prevent backlash on them interacting with men. But whichever it is, it has kind of led the road to a little bit of queer joy. So we are appreciative of that. Not because I want everything, not because I want them to be gay, and not because I think that they actually are. It just feels nice to not have a man shoved in your face when you're trying to watch a girl group. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like, me and men, we're not really. I think I talked about it in my Ahoff video, how like men's personalities in a lot of cases visuals are not really for me, just personally. That's just my opinion. So when I watch, you know, like a girl group music video and then there's just men there, I'm like, no, it's not really the vibe I was here for. So it's nice to see that they're kind of like also just using each other. Like, it just makes more sense that way, because then you can continue storylines on, you don't need to have the same actors all over again. Like, it's perfect, really, for them to do it this way, so really, really cool. When it comes to, like, Mixtopia and all of that, like, storyline stuff, I'm gonna be honest, I have no clue. I don't keep up with sort of those sorts of storylines much, just because it's a lot to think about. And I'd probably just get lost along the way, honestly. Like, I can only fit so much stuff in my brain, and right now it's filled up with all of their music, so I don't want to, like, take away that space from their music to then fill it back up with all of this lore and all of these storylines. So yeah, there's that. There's also, you know, what you've got to appreciate about NMIXX is that they're not afraid to not change pronouns in songs. Like, any song they cover, they just keep the pronouns. So we're like, if it's like a male song where they're like it's a man singing and it's about a woman, they're not going to change the pronouns to then make it about a man. They're just going to stick to the original song. Kind of similar to like how Dreamcatcher did it back. Oh, who remembers Dreamcatcher? My original group, really. Well, no, that was twice, but Dreamcatcher was a big one for me back in the day. But anyway, beyond the point. So they don't change pronouns. You've also got Lily singing like every Chapel Roan song possible. Like, I've seen her, like, she obviously did Good Luck Babe, and then on that one where she played like a reporter in the episode with Bay, she then also sang Red Wine Supernova. So like, not only are they not they're changing pronouns, they're also just straight up singing Chapel Roan. Whatever that means. Next they're gonna start singing Renee Rapp. Oh my god, imagine Lily singing a Renee Rapp song. How do I make this happen? How can I make Lily sing a Renee Rapp song? But which one would I want it to be? Okay, new segment. Which Renee Rapp song would I make Lily sing? I could go with an obvious one, like Snow Angel, but that's kind of deep. I could go with Tummy Hurts, but I think she would sing Tummy Hurts really well, actually. But I kind of... maybe. So that's a contender. You've also got... Pretty Girls. Oh my god, imagine Lily singing Pretty Girls. And then that little ad-lib was like, yeah, that bitch is gay. Lily doing that ad-lib would send me to a new dimension, I think. It would make me laugh so much. But she doesn't swear, so she wouldn't do that. So she also wouldn't sing Poison Poison, because she doesn't swear. She definitely wouldn't do anything from Bite Me. Oh my god, imagine Lily singing, like, I don't know, Kiss It, Kiss It. She would never, and I would never want her to. Let's not put that one out there. So ultimately, which Renee Rapp song would I want her to sing? Hold on, let me look at what Renee Rapp albums I've got. Well, I've got all of them, but I can't remember what songs are on all of them. Maybe like In the Kitchen. She could do a good job of In the Kitchen, or Tummy Hurts, or... oh, how have I missed the perfect one? She has like a pop rock vibe, so she would really suit what I can't remember what it's called. The I think you'd like that, wouldn't you? That song. Oh, but the lyrics, I don't know if she'd want to sing that. But in vibe. Anyway, all of this segment to say, I think that Lily should sing a Renee Rapp song, even if it's just World Burn at this point. Like, go back to Mean Girls on Broadway and get Lily doing World Burn. Lily is Regina George. No, she doesn't have the vibe, but she could sing it well. How do I get Lily to not only sing a Renee Rapp song, but also a song from the Broadway Mean Girls musical? I don't know. Beyond the point. I'm getting so distracted. Another thing I wanted to mention as well, because it's a performance that my brain and my ears have been craving since I remembered it exists, is them on, I don't know what music show it is, but it's when they used to, back in, I don't know if they still do it, they probably don't, but it would be like, just like a karaoke machine, and then like, the idols would just go, and then it would be an episode of them singing the karaoke. In one of those, for I don't know what era it was, but Lily, Haewon, and Soyun as well, do like this like cover of Monster, and the end part where it's like Soyun with the low voice first of all. It does something to my soul. And then you've got just got Lily at the end doing the creep-in bit. And it's so good. Like, I don't know how much of it I could include without getting, like, copyright strikes, but here, I'll play it here. You call me monster. Creepin'. You creepin'. Okay, I just tried to sing it in my head to try and get the timings right, to have just been sat still for the right amount of time to put it up on screen. So let's hope I did that accurately. But it's so funny that I just kind of sat here zoning out while I just played it in my head so that I could get the timings right. But anyway, that is on repeat in my head. My body and my soul crave that cover. Like, I woke up yesterday morning and I watched it. I woke up this morning and I watched it. Unfortunately, I just think about it all the time. So there's that. What else can I say? This video is shorter than I thought it was going to be. Because I have so much to say, but I can't think of any of it right now. It's why I should probably script these videos, but I don't, for the sake of not losing motivation halfway through the video making process. NMIXX. I like what NMIXX does. I mean, like, the whole mix pop thing. I mean, it's like I said right at the intro, right? I Got a Boy. That's one of my favourite Girls' Generation songs. That and Mr. Mister, and Catch Me If You Can. So, you think about that, and then it kind of makes sense that I like NMIXX. Because that just whole mix pop thing, it makes sense. I think my favourite example of it is probably the songs I listen to most. Like, I like it most in, like, Oh, Dice. I really like it in Dash. See That as well. And Know About Me. And then, okay, I have listened to Blue Valentine more. And I've found that the more I listen to it, the less impressed I am by, like, the, as I call it, the nasty beat. And I'm more just kind of waiting for that part to be over for the chorus. Because that chorus, the chorus to Blue Valentine, I need just a moment of silence for the chorus of Blue Valentine. It's good. It's good. It's an ascending chorus. Like, it makes you just feel like you're ascending. Like, genuinely, I'm obsessed with it. I can't stop listening to it. Like, my whole thing is, like, I've just got Blue Valentine on repeat with Spinning on It, Phoenix, Reality Hurts, and Adore You. But I also love Crush on You. Like, Crush on You I cannot do this without talking about Crush on You. Because that song is just also so good. Why is there a car going past right now? I'm trying to talk about NMIXX. But anyway. That whole album, basically. No skips. I could just play the whole album through and be satisfied with my life. So, and that's a big thing for me. Normally if I listen to an album through, there's at least 1 or 2 songs where I'm like, I'll listen to it if I want to, but I'm not like... But when I'm queuing up songs, just if I'm at work or whatever, I'll probably skip that one. This album, whole album, is added to the queue. Genuinely an insane album, so I do need to buy it in physical copy form. So I'm gonna have to look around for that. But anyway, I might just end the video here, because I know I have more to say, but it's not coming to my brain. Oh, I should probably just at least talk about, like, biases and stuff. Like, because obviously in the Ahov video I talked about how I am very Team Diva line. When it comes to NMIXX, I would say I love all of them a lot. They're all very bestie vibes, right? It's like, me with NMIXX reminds me of that, like, tweet where it's like, you call to me like we're in an orchard, like, picking apples off the... You know the, like, copy pasta that I mean. That, to me, is just all of NMIXX. Yeah, so that, to me, is just, like, with all of NMIXX. I'm like, you just remind me of friendship. Because they just... That's the vibe. But anyway, I really like Jiu and Soyun. They're probably... I mean, I said it in my reaction video, that's bias line. The people that like them as a pairing, I understand you. Though, obviously, I don't think there's anything going on, because I'm not weird. Oh, do you see Dan and Phil have confirmed that they've been dating for the past 15, 16 years? Mental. Like, early 2010s me is just, like, had a mental breakdown when I saw that last night. I was like, damn. So we've got Courtney and Shane from Smosh, who are married, and Dan and Phil are, like, actually dating. Anyway, I talk about that to say I'm not one of those people that actually believes in this shit. Even with Dan and Phil, even with Courtney and Shane from Smosh. These, I was just like, sure, it'd be nice, but I don't actually think it's true. I'm like that with everyone. I'm not deranged. Not to say that you are deranged if you believe these things, but I'm not. So when I say that I like pairings and stuff, I just mean that I like when they hang out together, because it seems like they just have, like, a fun friendship. But that's kind of how I feel about Jiu and Soyun. I'm like, I like seeing them together. And yeah, they're a lot of fun. But anyway, this is getting to half an hour and I really need to edit it and upload it. So thank you very much for watching. Please check out all of Blue Valentine, because not only is Spinning on It and Blue Valentine good, but just the whole album. So please, go listen if you have the time. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, take care of yourselves. Pichu out.